Reality check. Today's video is an echo of what's going on in the world, albeit most of you refuse to read the writing on the wall, to hear the truth in tooth, needing a feeding of endless proof, only to refuse to see the mirror of where we are here and how clear and present the danger is, as too few can recognize or realize the real guys versus the real lies and connect the whys. Yet some of you are starting to realize the world was built on lies. You're starting to wake from the dream to see nothing is as it seems. You're starting to see things have been shapes and snaked out of all we create. You're starting to see the darkness of deep state. You're starting to see that it's all been curated for control over your role and to rule your life and own your soul. It's far deeper than a rabbit hole. It's much more than a Super Bowl show. It's beyond the bubble of that you know. And they are starting to crack. That's why they attack back. They make blacked out sacks and redacted acts and new laws and pacts to hold back the truth and true new growth of society for their high lies and robbery. It's been happening for generations. And over all nations, these evils of creation are a foreign invasion, infiltrated civilizations with lies about creation, and created war stations and more pain for your stagnation. Everything in question cast out in doubt, as any opposition calls it racist and shout, "That's racism," while using and abusing escapism with statism as sadism, while secretly these secret societies pray to Satanism, thinking, hoodwinking, and drinking the blood, bringing about a biblical flood, while slinging mud, more war-torn sworn enemies are more and more the people of regular society, as an attack on all freedom, liberty, and opportunity. The global agenda is to crush farmers, to control food, to feed us crickets, while Haiti imports rice from Clinton's homegrown Arkansas field to yield a great profit for the corrupt Clintons. Hey, be careful. As another body drops and the crops rise, no surprise, they got CIs and spies working for their private security team that randomly keep dropping like flies. But don't ask why unless you want to wind up with them dead guys. Just saying, if you're going to know the Clintons, know you could be removed from that relationship, suspiciously and permanently. Yes, the axe and tax on farmers and food is coming to exclude everyone except Bill Gates, who hates free farmers making real food for real people. His evil prefers fake food, genetically modified and covered in cancerous coatings and appealing asbestos agents infused right in the foods. But like the rest of the world, ending the farmers are defending their land's last and hand to be, protesting around the world. America, Sri Lanka, Germany, India, Canada, France, the Netherlands, Spain, all saying farmers are rising up to protest them being canceled. Because the powers that be, the overrulers, the alphabet agencies, and overlords all want to end food so they can control the world whole, ending health and whole foods for nations to crickets and lab-grown abominations. Bad food, bad mood. Bad wealth, bad health will breed the need for more big pharma, lab-produced fake food. Forget locally sourced and endorse more foreign imports. Shipping foreign food doesn't help people or the planet, but they planned it. Make new laws, legislation, and regulation that force out generations of farmers and families, feeding the hungry for more hungry, grubbing pockets for profit and absolute power. It's a problem for all of ours. These are the last hours of available food. Then they will usher in the salvation of salivating for so-called sustainable fake food, for which they themselves, by lies, new laws, and formulated fake regulations, found all historical farming practices as unethical and bad for the fabricated climate inflation crisis. From more wars and ISIS to a planned climate crisis, this is all the same shameful evil people running these rackets and destroying humanity. There is indeed a single group that has weaponized hate against them, and any opposition is then systemic racism, easily to replace and erase them from more of this evil, as they weave into every corner of control of for themselves, to own and operate the entire oppressed world from the ruins of the West to their best capitals in the East. These people serve the mark of the beast. This is a massive gang up of government agencies acting as gangsters, pressing new invented sanctions, levies, fees, taxes, suddenly to change the range of available food and offer up crude, cruel gruel as crickets for human fuel. This is an ancient duel between the clean and the obscene, and if you're not waking from the dream to see it's a living nightmare scene, and we are being eaten by their evil regime, and they have now turned on the power of machine against us for their evil schemes and canceled culture, and even memes. These are communist, Marxist teams that own and operate all we create. They rule the fools and tools and banks and ranks and tanks and governments co-opted by control. And the dollar and prisons and schools and collars indoctrinated generations, taught segregation and divided all nations. And under the lies and guise to the United Nations and European Unions bought and brought about a world to end all of your freedom, to steal your home and land, and to make you stand under their command wearing their brand. As we sink deeper into the sand, time slipping through our hands, grasping at the whole thing, asking, how could this be? And how can so few see? And where will everybody be free if we don't wake up and threaten their fake democracy? The truth is, you must believe and help weave the lies, because the truth will land you in prison without conviction and or trial. The best truth is in denial. Well, that will allow you to live a little while, but in what style? As a slave to their feudal system, numbered as a number on file? The world is a wildfire, ignited by an elite group that cheats us all, and we can't call it by name because they shame anyone not playing their game for their gain and evil aim. And it's been the same cycle since the beginning of time. Another brother of history here to rewrite the mystery while lying and serving us misery. Pandemic, world war, nuclear, climate crisis, more war attacks by ISIS. Boom, coming doom. The cloud is mushroom, nuclear bloom. It's coming soon. Stand with Ukraine, command insane. Do as we are saying. Forget your praying. Get less for your pain. Welcome to the way in for more of your pain. And again, it goes around the flat ground, sold around for any penny over the pound. And behind the black shroud is a rainbow crowd, sounding insane. Warmongers for Ukraine that say now pay and stand gay and proud. Now here's the loud sound of more freedom found in profound free speech, resound in silence. Cancel culture, the new name of violence, and victory over every voice for democracy, as it's just all part of the heretics' hypocrisy, playbooks and crooks to hook you line and sinker. No free thinkers, no free speakers, no free minds, just more kinds in blind binds to be held with fines in jail without chance for bail as they nail another by big tech pharma and brother. They smother the news and propaganda views and skew the truth as its proof. They sharp sharks in tooth and Tony Stark the roof. It's like a spoof, but the body count is for real. And they are here to make a deal with the devils and the beast. And yeah, I'm talking about the demons in the Middle East, as they feast on the blood of the innocent and say it's magnificent, and that threat is imminent, and we must trust they are vigilant and not be discriminate, as lying eyes tell us why the equivalent to 2 + 2 = 5. We agree just to stay alive.